When Josh first told us he was interested in going to GCIT, we were very supportive. I'm very familiar with the reputation of the school. He would have gone to Pittman High School. He shadowed one day in the automotive program, came back home, told us he fell in love with it, and applied, and ultimately was accepted. But it was entirely his idea, and my wife and I supported it wholeheartedly. So he had the opportunity to do the School to Work program with the Holman Group, who has a number of different brands, Holman Ford, Holman BMW. It was a tremendous opportunity. I believe he was the first kid from GCIT to have that opportunity to take part in their internship program.
When I was in GCIT, I was a senior, and my instructor Hubert actually came up to me and said, "Hey, I have this program. They still have a couple openings. Do you want to apply?" So I applied. Went through interviewing processes, talked to a recruiter for it, and sure enough, I got accepted into it. Started working with Holman, and it's called the TAP program, and we trained for a year. I was placed in Holman Turnersville Ford for about 3 months until, unfortunately, COVID hit, and as soon as I got back into work, into the apprenticeship program, I got placed at BMW, and now I am here.
So Josh started with us about 1.5 years ago through the TAP program. TAP program was created to get technicians in, get them trained up into the dealerships as soon as possible. The TAP program allows the students to learn on-site, on-job, without having to worry about production and production time and how fast they get things done. We're very concerned about building that base, that foundation with these guys. We don't want them just being thrown in and then being forgotten about, which is why we have that mentor program.
So my dad had a old 3 Series, a 90s 3 Series convertible, and we still have it. I fell in love with that car. It's a BMW, and fell in love with that car. Sure enough, my first car was one, and I've had 5 since, so I always loved BMWs, and I knew Holman had a BMW dealership. And when I did get into the program, it was just my dream that's where I wanted to end up.
From the time, even before he could walk, I had Hot Wheels or Matchboxes in my son's hands, and I would take him around when he was 3, 4 years old. We'd go to car shows and swap meets, and told him how to know certain models and certain years. So it was no real surprise to my wife or I that he would eventually want to go and find his passion in that. And now he's in an opportunity. I have an older BMW convertible that I taught him to drive a manual transmission on, and the opportunity came up with Holman BMW, and it's been the right path for him to follow.
So GCIT has prepared me for where I am today by giving me the training, all the equipment to be able to learn just basic services on vehicles like alignments, brakes, everything like that. All the stuff you're doing every day in the shop. GCIT taught me all that knowledge, and they definitely helped me out into finding a place to work, getting placed to work, and helping me out with School to Work program, where during my senior year, I was working rather than going into school.
And I think the allure of a regional school, a trade school like that, is that kids come from all the different towns. So not only do they retain their friendships from the towns they grew up in, but also make new friendships there. So he was able to get an entire experience there. He learned a real world trade that enables him to get a job, but also to have that experience with the friendships, with swimming for the team, all around a phenomenal opportunity.
As far as in the shop, Josh has been a real asset. He's always had a positive attitude. Guys around him, he has a mentor that has had nothing but glowing remarks to say about Josh.
If someone came up to me 7th and 8th grade going into high school, if GCIT was the right option, I would say go for it 100%. I personally didn't want to go to my hometown high school because there was nothing I was interested in being offered. Like normal education wasn't the right fit for me. I wanted to work with my hands and learn more things, and GCIT gave me that option.
Whenever I meet a parent who has a son or daughter that's considering going to school, I immediately jump on the soapbox and support GCIT. It's again, just in the years that I've been aware of what it was when it was Gloucester County Vocational School, to what it is now. The subject offering is phenomenal. Almost every program is top rated in its field. I think it's a phenomenal opportunity. But these are the kids that we're going to call, to be the plumber or be the auto mechanic, and they offer phenomenal training and real world skills.